Keith McGee. I race for Rio Brothers Racing in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I'm from Eagle River, Alaska. Eagle River is just outside of Anchorage, about 15 minutes. It's it's just like a suburb of Anchorage. So, you know, everybody I race with kind of started when they were kids, and me as a kid, I always wanted to be a race car driver, but it didn't work out. My dad was a crew chief for a World of Outlaws driver, and he ended up losing his life in a race car accident. So my dad did whatever he could to keep us out of the racing world. So, you know, it just never happened for me as a kid. I ended up joining the military out of high school, and that took me to Alaska, where I fell in love with it. In high school, I had this idea of moving to Alaska and working on a crab fishing boat, and so when I had the opportunity to go to Alaska in the military, I was all over it. You know, after my career in the military ended, I stayed in Alaska, found work, and you know, I had a family, and racing was kind of just that dream that had slipped away, and there wasn't a lot of opportunities in Alaska to race. I think there was one really small oval asphalt track and one dirt track, and that was it. And so I just never really thought about it. And then they opened up an indoor go-karting track really close to me, and for me it was just like, you know, it was exciting because it was something I could go do, and I figured that was as high as I was ever going to get in racing. Go be good at indoor go-karts, and surprisingly I was really good at it. I set the track record. I think I had like 115 starts with like 80 or 90 first place finishes. You know, people would come in from all over the state. They ran sprint cars and dirt late models, and they would race me, and nobody could beat me. And one night, some guy approached me and asked me if I had ever thought of racing in NASCAR. And I was just like, yeah, my entire life, that was what I wanted to do. And he asked me if I'd come race for him. So I went and did the NASCAR Weekly Series for a couple seasons, and it's so hard to like fathom like how everything kind of just fell together, and you know, opportunities came about, and you know, I got a phone call to go run the season finale race in Kern in the K&N West Series, and you know, at that point I had only done 18 races like ever, like in a stock car. And so to go from, you know, where I'd been to jumping all the way up into the K&N Series, I didn't want that opportunity to slip by, but I essentially didn't know, like I didn't feel like I was ready to make that leap, but I did it, and I did really good, and that led to me doing some market testing at Daytona, where I went out and just had a phenomenal testing session, and that got me approved to run the Truck Series, and now here I am about to make my debut in the Truck Series. It's been a really, really wild ride, and you know, I tell everybody 5 years ago I'd never been inside a race car, and to go from, you know, that to this in 5 years is just almost unheard of in our sport. Yeah, so April 17th, it's a date that is looming, and it's getting closer every single day. I'm ready for it mentally. I need to get a lot more sim time in. I haven't made a single lap on the sim at Richmond yet. I eat a salad about twice a week. Like, for me, I don't need a ton of mental preparation. Like, I'll get in the car, I'll get in the truck, and I'll be extremely nervous. I'll take a few deep breaths and talk to myself, and it'll go away, and I just know what I need to do. You know, like, I can go out and make 2 laps on the track, and I know where all my entry points are, all my braking points, and I'm comfortable, and then I'm good to go. So I don't know. I've never felt like getting a lot of practice has been beneficial to me. I'm not afraid to push the envelope and find out where the car handles the best, like where it's, you know, that point of just being out of control just enough, you know, is at. And I found it at Phoenix, and I'm sure I'll find it at Richmond, but I don't know, Richmond for me, the debut is just everything that it entails with it, you know, like the historical aspects of what this race means, and like, you know, it's it's just stuff that it's hard to wrap my mind around, because, you know, I'm a normal guy that's just getting this, you know, extraordinary opportunity to go out and do things that people dream about. And, you know, and I was there, I had that same dream. So to be able to just make it happen, and, you know, I don't have a big budget, you know, I don't have family that is paying my way. You know, I'm going out and I'm grinding, I'm spending, you know, probably close to 60 to 80 hours a week trying to make things happen. So I don't know, I'm just excited. So these races I've done all on my own. Richmond, I actually gave the team my truck, the truck I drove from Alaska to North Carolina with my race car on the roof of it and all my belongings behind it. The team needed a shop truck, and, you know, I needed a race, so I gave the truck to the team, and in turn I get to go race Richmond.